Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Astro Wanderer. My name is Luana Bossetti, and I'm an astrologer, astrocartographer, and intuitive guide here to help you embody your birth chart. I'm here to help you use astrology as a compass in your day-to-day life so that you can connect back to yourself and then take the steps to create the life that you desire. Here, we're not just talking about astrology, we are embodying the astrology to help you bring it down to earth and not just like knowing and that's it, but have it as a tool for your soul's evolution. So, welcome. I'm so excited for this episode. And FYI, if you hear some snore or something, it's the cat that I'm cat sitting. Ikea, she's like around, she wants to be around for this episode. But I'm so excited today because we're going to talk about the moon, the mother, grandmother moon, and how you can start like really embodying your birth chart by really knowing your moon sign and also working with the phases of the moon. I think this is like the first tool that I've used when I started to embody the astrology, like really following. It started with like really following the new moon and the full moon, the most important phases of the moon cycle, and then like learning a little bit about my natal moon and then the progress moon, which I talked in a few episodes back. If you want to go and check that, because that's an important tool as well. So today we're talking about the moon. But before we do that, I have some exciting things to share with you. I have three actually. So just to keep myself on track here. By the way, you might also hear rain because I'm in Belgium, and it looks like Belgian summer is like a little bit of sun and then rain every day, like to refresh the air, which is not my favorite thing, but it's good for me because I have to work. And when I see the sun outside, I want to go out. But let's come back into trucks. So, the first thing that I want to share with you, maybe you are already in my community, maybe not, but I brought back like my dreamer's letter. But you might think, like, don't you have that always? I do, but there was something in the cyberspace, call it Mercury retrograde, call it like even before Mercury retrograde, Gemini season, Uranus in Gemini, I don't know what, but it took me to get into Mercury retrograde in Leo to really take my power back and Leo rules power and all of that to really get back my dreamer's letter. Why I'm saying get back? Because I've been like switching platform a little bit. Last year I moved into Substack because I felt that was the right decision. But then Substack is such a huge community. And my dreamer's letter, it's a more intimate container where I really want to have a conversation with people and I want to know like one to one every person that is in there. It's like, I don't know, having your community at the time, your tribe, and all of that. That's what it feels like for me. And so I move it back to the platform that I was using previously to Substack, which is Kit. That's just one platform that I use for my Dreamers letter. But when I did that switch back, the cyberspace didn't like that, or I don't know, maybe it was like a sign to take my power back. But the problem was that these email, these like weekly signature letter that I send out every Monday to give you some inspiration to start the week, to give you the astrology of the week, a little like tip to learn more about astrology and a ritual to really bring it to earth, didn't come to your inbox. It came like people receive it only if they were not into the Gmail's power cyberspace, because Gmail decided no matter what you do, if you add me to your contacts or whatever, I'm not going to deliver this email. So Last week, I had this like ha moment that I was like kind of getting caught into the low side of Leo, of like chasing likes and like that ego boost, which is not healthy. And I came back home to myself and I realized that the place that I love most, it's my dreamer's letter because I'm a writer. I've always been a writer. So I love writing my reflection on Substack, but really with the dreamer's letter, I can go deep and I can like share my soul to my community. And I was like, that's time to really focus on that. And that's when I started a segment of my Dreamers letter that I send every Monday called Moon's Letter that I send out every new moon and full moon. And if you hear this, like the day that it airs, if you listen to that, there's a full moon coming. I will talk more about this during the episode. But if you want to receive all the info, you need to sign up to the Dreamers letter. Now it's coming from a business email. I made this upgrade in my business because I'm that committed to my business this year and to my community. And so I made that switch. Now the email is delivered as it should. And I'm so happy. And if you are in there, thank you so much for being part of my community. If you are not, make sure to subscribe at the link that I put for you in the show notes, whether you're watching this on YouTube or listening to this on a podcast platform. This is really where like everything, like where I pour my soul and where you can really like receive all the deep ritual insights and reflection and the astrology of the week. Because I was thinking maybe I do an astro podcast every month, but then that's not what I'm feeling because there's so many out there. But in my Dreamers letter, I can help you really embody the astrology that is happening, not just telling you, okay, it's Mercury retrograde this week. No, but how you can use Mercury retrograde in your life to come back home to yourself and create the life that you desire. So that leads me to my second announcement. And you want to be in the Dreamers letter because I will send all the details there. But when you listen to this, I would already launch. I'm launching a masterclass that it's going to happen on the 16th and 17th of August at 3 p.m. UK, I believe. Yeah, 3 or 4 p.m. UK. Check the Dreamers letter, where I really help you to use astrology as a compass. If you resonated with what I've shared here on YouTube or on my socials or on my podcast, you want to get into this because there we really go deeper into how you can use astrology as your compass. You can embody your birth chart, use astrocartography to really come back home to yourself and then take the aligned steps to create the life that you're meant to live, the life that you desire. So that will be a 2 days immersion. It's going to be free because I want this to be open for people to receive this gift from me to you, from my heart to yours. So make sure to subscribe into the thing that I leave you here, the link that I leave you down in the notes, because that's what it's gonna be next week. Yeah, next week when I air this podcast, and it's gonna be amazing. It's something that you've never seen out there, and it's something that I'm super excited to bring out because as I learned to embody my birth chart. I think that's what I meant to do with people because I don't want that astrology is just planets and stars and you can think about it, you feel like it's up there in the sky. I want to bring astrology down to earth and help you embody it. I claim myself as the embodied astrologer on Instagram, on the program that I'm doing. And so I'm here sharing with you as well. And another gift is coming because I think August is like magical. We are in this like Lionsgate portal. And so if you're watching this the day that it airs, on YouTube, I'm gonna come back twice this week with this video. And in 2 days on the 8/8 portal, I'm gonna go live on YouTube to do a little like ritual for the 8-8 portal on how you can really bring this energy back to you and embody it so that you can really manifest, not from a place, okay, it's 8-8, let's write down the manifestation, but how can you really feel that in your body so you get your nervous system and your body on board with you for this life that you desire. So you will receive all the details of that. I will put a premiere on YouTube as well if you're watching that. And if you're not on my YouTube that you're listening to this, go subscribe now because that's where I'm gonna go live, do live rituals there because Instagram cut me off and I was like, I know, who cares? I'm gonna go on another platform. And of course, on my immersion masterclass, a 2-day masterclass called Astrology as a Compass to really help you bring astrology down to earth and embody it so that you can create a life that you desire. So you want to sign up for all of these. I'm so excited. Yeah, just so excited to be able to share my gift, to share my medicine, and to help people embody astrology. So I think that's all. Everything is covered. Everything will be in my dreamer's letter, so make sure to subscribe. And if you're interested, if you've been thinking about having a reading with me, this is the time because I'm gonna go on a break towards the end of August, and then I'm gonna start something new in September. So if you've been thinking about getting a reading with me, this is the time. The spaces are limited, so make sure to go on my website at luanabossetti.com/services, and you can find everything there. And if you have any questions, just send me an email, comment here, comment on Spotify, or reach out to me in my DMs as well. They're open. And now, today I want to talk about the moon. Grandmother Moon, that energy that really guides us on our day-to-day life. That's like the perfect tool if you're starting to really getting into astrology, or even if you're curious and you are an astrology lover, but you want to learn more how to embody astrology. The moon, it's a perfect way to start because especially also as a woman, you have your moon cycle within you. There's the moon cycle outside in nature. It's the perfect time. And when you really realign, especially with the moon cycle, and also knowing when is your when are your moon days, are there under a new moon, under a full moon, so you can realign with that as well, and also know, make it more personal when it's time to release, when it's time to create. That's super potent. And the moon, it's like one of like my favorite things. I've always been a person that looks to like the moon and kind of having conversations. So I'm super excited to bring this tool with you. So, first of all, let's talk about nature, like the moon. Okay, that's the moon. We see it in the sky. It really represents like how we connect with our divine feminine, how we connect with our emotions, our feeling. The moon like really rules the water, rules like the water levels in the oceans, in the seas, the water pressure. So we know when like the water can rise or can lower as well. So many people, scientists as well, study the moon. Some people have been on the moon, but it's really like that watery energy, and we are 80% water in our body. So it affects us whether you realize it or not. It really affects us internally. It's our internal space, as I was saying, our emotion, our like, how do you feel safe? What do you need emotionally? How do you act and react when you are alone in the comfort of your home? It rules the home. That for us, it's this body that our soul is part of it in this lifetime. So that's super, super important to really reconnect with the energy of the moon and to know where the moon is in your birth chart as well, but also like stay tuned with the moon in the cycles that we have. And I'm not gonna tell you like to look every day of the moon. Like if that's something that resonates with you, go ahead, like get a moon calendar or something, because the moon moves fast. It moves every 2.5 days, moves into a different sign. So it's not something that you want to look at as a transit in astrology, but when there are different like phases, like the most important, the 4 phases that I'm gonna tell you about now, that's when you want to pay more attention and connect it to your birth chart so that you can really embody the energy. So let me start by saying like the phases of the moon. So we start with the beginning. The beginning, it's the new moon. That's the beginning. It's a clean state. The moon is dark in the sky. We don't see it under a new moon, but we definitely feel that. It's really the time for new beginnings to like set the intentions for the moon cycle ahead. It's really important, like if you want to work with the moon, to really use intention. It's the first day of the week as well. If you follow the podcast and video that I made for the days of the week, Monday, it's Monday, so it's really a good time to start, but put in intention, not to start very fast like we do in our society. Monday, we have to do so many things. No, Monday should be the day where we set intention for the week. So this is really important. The new moon, it's the new beginning. It's a clean state. You can set your intention and you can start working with the cycle. Then the moon goes up. It's called crescent until it gets to, let's say, half. If you look at the circle, half of it, it's the first quarter. This is the good time to really start taking those intentions that you like taking action on those intentions that you set in the first phase of the moon, and really like also be open to pivot. Some things might work, some things might not work. So when the moon like goes into the next phase, that reaching like going, it's called waxing because it goes up. So you have the new moon that's beginning, then you set the intention, then you take action, pivot, redefine until you get to the full moon. That's the brightest, the most energetic phase of the moon, because we can see it with our naked eye. We can see it from in the sky. It's very bright, shine bright. We can feel it. Some people like might feel it very intensively. Either you have so much energy or you feel so drained, like you need to let go. And this is a good time to really, okay, we are coming to the full moon. It's time to, I think about Capricorn energy as well. Like, okay, it's time to really reflect on how was this first like part of the moon phases, like how was from first moon new moon to first quarter to now. Like it's really, what did you learn, what were your wins. It's really time to go into reflection. They were doing circles to really like reflect. It's like the Saturn energy, and Saturn day. It's a good time to reflect, reassess. And then the moon starts waning, start going down, and we have the last quarter or third quarter when it's again that half, but on the opposite side. Then it's really good to really like, okay, I realize what worked, what didn't work, let go of what no longer serves you. So it's really important to like align with the energy of letting go as well, because if we don't let go, we cannot create space. Like follow the moon needs to like let go. Like we have the full moon that it's like full, then it's going down again. It's letting go everything until new moon, clean state. So this is really important after the full moon, when we have the third quarter moon, or called also like last quarter moon, to release and let go. Really, you can do that on a full moon as well. I feel like it's powerful as well to reflect and then do a big release, but then continue releasing all the layers until it's going like you completely like ended the cycle, you let go, you release, and then you surrender and wait for the next phase, which is coming full circle, the new moon. So these are really the most important phases. Then if you are starting with this, I highly suggest you that you start with like new moon and full moon, because that can be overwhelming to look every 2 days at the moon or to follow the 4 phases. Like if you can, yeah, the 4 phases will be ideal. But if you cannot, you can start with new moon and full moon that are really helpful as well. And like, if you want to be in tune with that, make sure to subscribe to the Dreamers letter, because every week I send an astro update where I talk about which phase of the moon. So every week there is a moon update because the moon like goes from new moon to full moon. It's 2 weeks. And the other 2 weeks is like either first quarter or last quarter. And then every new moon and full moon, I'll send you like a newsletter dedicated to the moon to help you really harness this energy and bring it back home to yourself. So this is really, really important to really go with these phases of the moon and to really help you to use it as yourself. Also, you can see if you are if you have a utero and you have menstrual cycle, you know that you go also through 4 phases in your menstrual cycle. Then when you bleed, then when you start getting your energy back, then you are at your peak of your energy, and then your energy is going down to prepare for the bleeding as well. So see how the moon and the feminine, like the female body, go hand in hand. It's really all in tune with the nature and the moon. And if we think about the seasons of the nature as well, it's the same. We have like the spring season, everything is blooming. Then summer, it's the peak of the energy. Fall season, like where like the leaves are falling down, and then winter when we go inward. So that's really important. Like this is like the probably the most powerful tool to really bring astrology down to earth and connecting to your body if you want to follow your moon cycle, also like your menstrual cycle. If you don't have menstruation, or if you are in a male body, then you can still work with the moon. I think like not only for female, maybe as like women or people in female body, really like we feel more attuned because we feel it with our menstrual cycle as well. But also for people that are in male body, you can still use this energy in a monthly basis, but also you can work with the moon on 6 months or a year, because we can work every month from new moon to full moon. But then if we work more deeply with the signs of the moon, let's say we had a new moon in Leo last week, well, 2 weeks ago when you are hearing this. And then when it's going to be the full moon in Leo, that will be 6 months from that point, because from new moon to full moon, it's 6 months. The full moon in Leo will be on the opposite season. Now we are in Leo season, it will be in Aquarius season. So when I lead you through my workshop that I did under the new moon in Leo, I really helped you to, okay, what are you feeling now? What are releasing now? But also, how can you channel that fire into like what you want, how you want your life to look in the next 6 months? And then if you feel like that you want to work on a larger scale, you can take a year from the new moon to the next year new moon as well. But I suggest you starting with the month, really with the month, the phases of the moon from new moon to full moon. And then when you are more confident and you are more embodied in that, then work with the 6 months, especially if you know the astrology and you know that, because at the end of the day, really also knowing the astrology, it's very important, because when you know, okay, it's a new moon in Leo, but new moon in Leo can feel different for me and for you, depending where Leo is in your birth chart, meaning in which house, in which pie, slice of the pie. and in which house it's for you. For example, for me, the new moon in Leo was in my 10th house, which is career. For some people, can be in the 12th house, which is really spiritual realm, dreams, like going inward. So it can feel very different depending where it is in your birth chart. So it's really, really important also to know that in your birth chart and become familiar with the pie and the houses. And I will do an episode where I talk about the houses, but I just want to put it out there for the more astrology lovers and confident out there. But yeah, this is very important for the moon. And then also knowing your natal moon, like how you feel safe. Like your natal moon, it's really showing me who you are internally, how you feel safe, how you express your emotions, how you are when you are in the comfort of your home. Like if you have a moon in Sagittarius, maybe you are a little bit more impulsive. You act on that impulse. Your emotion will be more fiery. And then depending also in which house you have the moon, natal moon, that's really important. It tells me how you need to, what you need emotionally, and like, yes, how you want to express that as well. But if you have a moon in Scorpio, it's completely different story. You are more internal. Maybe you don't express your emotions so much, but you keep them within you, which it's a different story from like really acting on impulse. You really are deep introspect. You have to like look at all the option like within you. What is this telling me, teaching me? It's completely different story. So it's really important to look at your moon, and you can locate that just by going on astro.com, and you can find there like your birth chart. You put your details and you find your birth chart, and in the you have the wheel. Maybe it's hard to interpret, but there's the English translation just on the left hand side. It tells you like sun, moon, and it tells you the signs there. So maybe it's easier to locate it there. And then if you know a little bit how to see the birth chart, you can go inward and say, okay, what's the house? And all of that. But if you need help with that, I'm here for you. I have offerings for you. I have the birth chart reading PDF version, that it's a shorter version to have just an initiation into your birth chart, and then the full birth chart reading, that it's a one-on-one call for an hour where I really go deeper and also help you to embody the astrology. And also with the masterclass and something new that it's coming, I can really help you to embody that astrology and to connect deeper to your birth chart. But yeah, this is a little bit about the moon. And now I want to bring it back home to yourself with the full moon that is coming up this weekend. I will give you a little explanation, and then I'll lead you through a ritual that you can do under that or around like the week after as well. It's fine. So when you listen to this, it airs, I think, at the beginning of August. So we are still in the Lionsgate portal. We have been for a couple of weeks, and we are still in that fiery Leo energy because we have so many planets in the sky that are now in fire and air signs. I'm looking at the chart for that day because there's many placements that are in the birth chart right now that have fire. We'll have a lot of fire and a lot of air. So it's really that energy again that we did in the new moon in Leo. Aquarius, it's even more like if you release a little bit under the new moon in Leo and connect it to your fire again, this is the time to really do a big breaking free release. And it's such a healing energy under this full moon in Aquarius as well. It's really like go into your body, release and heal. It's gonna like bring us to feel our emotions and then to let them go and to come back to center, to stillness, to home, to yourself, because Then we are going to move into eclipse season that I will talk about in another episode because that's what's going to happen towards September. But this full moon, it's really helping us to giving us like really some cleanse energy. Also because we have like the new moon is going to be opposite the sun, like every full moon, it's when the moon is opposite the sun. And we will have like some, I'm looking at the chart, we will have some like good aspects. We will have some harmonious like aspects to help us like really break free. It's going to be like we have a what we call in astrology grand trine in air, which is a very harmonious aspect that will help us to connect to that air, like the voice, and really break free, maybe from limiting beliefs, break free from things that are holding you back mentally up here. Break free from that, and we can break free from the mental, like limiting beliefs, patterns, and limits when we like let go of this ego, the mind, and come back into our body. That's the medicine, to come back into our body, because we also have another aspect that it's called a I forgot what it's called now in astrology. Oh my goodness, it'll come back to me. But basically, this is a little bit more attention aspect as well, in between some signs that are fixed signs. So that's really important to like really feel your emotion, and that aspect give us a medicine, and the medicine of this it's gonna be earth. So it's really, yeah, again bringing like all this air, all this like energy that we have up here in the body, so we can break free from those limiting patterns and beliefs, and really take our power back and ground ourselves back into like the medicine, nature, the earth, because we have 0 planets in earth. So I think the medicine during this full moon is to really do this breaking free, cleansing energy to bring us back earth, home to our body. So that's really really important. And we can only do that if we really are intentional to using the moon and astrology as your compass. So this is a little bit what is going to happen, and what I would like to do to break free from this like full moon and this energy. We have so many planets in air right now, so I feel the moon is in air as well, in Aquarius, so I feel that it's really calling us for liberation, I will put a video on my socials about it, but I think that what we can do right here to break free from the mind, I would like first to really, I'm going to divide this in 3. I'm just going to channel this right now. So I'm going to divide this in 3 steps. First of all, I want you to take a pen and paper, and like you can save this for later because I'm just gonna channel it, and then you can do it later under this full moon. But I want you to take pen and paper, and the first step will be to put like a timer if you need to, like let's say 5 to 10 minutes, or if you don't need to, that you are like more of a journal expert, just don't put the timer. Take pen and paper out of your journal, also because then I want you to rape that and throw it, and write down everything that is in your mind. What does it mean? This practice is called release writing, and it's really good when there's so much air in the sky. Just whatever comes to mind, jot it down fast. Don't care about the grammar, don't care about how you write it. Just write it as fast, like as like the pen is taking control over you. Write everything that comes to mind until there's nothing else that comes to mind. That's why I said between 5 and 10 minutes, because normally, depending on how you train your mind, it can take up to 10 minutes to really release everything. So this is the first thing that I want you to do. Once you have done that, You have two options on how to like release that. You can tear apart all the pieces, like throw this paper. I really want you to throw, like to use your body to really throw that. So you signal to your mind that's not relevant. That's not what we're going through. So if you can write as well the limiting beliefs that are coming up, that's perfect. Like really throw it away. Lodge it like in the bin, tear it apart, like this is not what you resonate. Or if you can, and if you even want to make it more powerful, burn it and watch it burn. That's really powerful because we are still in Leo season. We still have like one, two, three, four planets in fire right now, plus Chiron that it's an asteroid. So five bodies in fire. So it's very important. If you can use the element of fire, that's even more potent. If you can't, because you cannot in the space where you're in, that's no problem. Like tear it apart, but just use your hand. Use the power of your body to really throw it. This is the first step. The second step, I want to get into your body. So to get into your body and release, I posted this on social media, so you can check. Maybe I'll link that in the show notes as well. But also, I talk about this like kind of ritual in my Dreamers letter multiple times. How can we really channel that fire and release the emotion? It can be in different ways. I like to call it like I don't think a sacred rage ritual is what is here like present for me. But if you know what it is and you feel like doing it after the release, that's perfect. But what I want you to do is come back to your body. And what I want you to do is to go on Spotify or wherever you listen to music and I will leave you also my playlist down in the show notes. Put on some songs and really dance intuitively to it. Don't follow choreography, just feel the music in your body and dance. If you are like familiar with this somatic dance practice, you can put one song. If you are not familiar, I suggest you to put at least three songs. That it's again about 10 minutes, more or less, depending on the length of the song. That will be the time that will help you to really drop into the body because it's very, very important to drop into the body. And then when you like feel connected to the body, dance it out, like really dance it out. If you feel like punching, screaming, use your voice as well because we have so much air here. So use your voice, punch, scream, what you are letting go of. Think about, like, I want you to put on the music and think about what am I getting to let go of? What am I going to break free from? Like, what am I leaving behind? Think about this and really channel yourself. You can do it. You can tune into your body, release what no longer serves you. Use your voice, please, like say it out loud. I'm going to release this limiting belief of not believing in myself. I don't know. I'm going to release the need to please others. I'm going to release the need to check my likes, my views. I'm going to release something. Say it, say it, say it, say it. And maybe the first time it's not like so deep, but I invite you to do this ritual on under the full moon in Aquarius, but also the week after. Repeat this ritual at least 3 times for it to become like to embody it in your body, especially if you're new to this sort of rituals and all of that. I really suggest you to do that. And then once you have like kind of like channel the air and release everything and then came back into your body, then it's time to ground. And you can do something very easy to ground yourself. Just sit down like straight in your body, feet on the ground. You can really put your hands like on your thighs, facing down. So you are like, okay, I'm firm, I'm grounded, like spine straight, like you are, like there's a string like pulling you up. So you are in an up straight position. And then you just take a couple of deep breaths, like very deep. inhaling through your nose and then like belly breaths out to your mouth and sigh out. If there are some sign that comes, now I'm gonna like demonstrate for you as well if you're new to this. If there are some signs that come, like some sighs, some words that come up, some noises, let it come up. So then you ground yourself back into your body. So it's gonna go like this if you're watching or if you're listening. So you are in this upright position, and then we're gonna start in and close down your eyes. Of course, this is gonna be done with eyes closed. And let's start. Actually, let's just shake our hands a little bit because we kind of use our hands to write and we use our hands to release to this paper that with the limiting beliefs. So after we shake our hands, come back into position and inhale through your nose and then exhale through your mouth. So let's start. Inhale through your nose and out. Again, inhale through your nose and out. And last one on your own time and space. And let out any sound that needs to come out. It's really good. And nobody is like judging you, nobody cares. So yeah, let's do it. Ah. Then if you need to do more than 3, feel free to do 5, 10, depending on how you feel in your body. You can also put one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower belly. And just take a minute to land here to feel the connection of your feet on the ground, your sits bones on the chair or the bed or the couch that you're seated in, like the connection of your spine from your sits bone up to your neck and your head. Like really feel your spine straight and each vertebra like up until your neck. And then the connection to your head and upwards. Upwards into the universe, God, whatever you believe, the energy. Like feel that invisible string that I was talking about before, like pulling you up. Because it's like as above, so below. This is the same connection to Mother Earth, to the universe, to Earth, to the trees, to the soil, to the moon, to the stars. So you are here, the connection it's you, your body. That's why it's super important to really, for me, to bring astrology down to earth and into your body. And then like start like touching your body. Maybe you wanna like touch your hands, caress your arms, and then your shoulder up to your face, touch your face, your neck, give it a massage if it feels good. And then when you're ready, come back into this space, come back into the room and open your eyes. I think it's the first time that I do a practice like this on a video. So yeah, let me know in the comments on YouTube or on Spotify how this lands. And if you do all the ritual, I'm going to put this ritual also in the Dreamer's Letter. Actually, I put it in the Dreamer's Letter that come out and in the Moon's Letter that will come out under the full moon. So if you want to have a reminder, be in my Dreamer's Letter and be in the lookout for that. But I hope that this episode has really helped you to understand and to also like get the tools on how you can connect to the moon and bring it back to your body. Embody. That's the word that I'm going to use a lot here on the podcast, on my social, in the masterclass. So make sure to follow me everywhere and to join me into the Astrology as a Compass Today masterclass because I'm super excited. And yeah, stay tuned because next episode will be about something that many of you has asked. One of the placements that it's most difficult to embody and also like first to understand and then to embody, which is your rising sign. Because as I explained multiple times, we are here to rise into that. So it's not familiar. So I'm gonna go and talk all about the rising sign and how you can really embody it in the next episode. But until next time, peace and love. Ciao.